Hello everyone, welcome to the lecture. Today we are going to discuss about stepping stone method. In a transportation problem, we find the initial basic feasible solution by the help of three methods. Those are those are northwest corner method, least cost entry method, Vogel's approximation method. After finding the initial basic feasible solution, we check the optimality. If it reaches the optimality, we are going to find the optimal solution. Here we are finding the optimal solution by the help of two methods. One is modified distribution method and second one is stepping stone method. In a modified distribution method, we find the optimal solution with help of unallocated cells and allocated cells by taking the formula of the values of u1, v1 and Cij and delta ij we are taken and we are calculating the optimal solution. Now today we are going to discuss stepping stone method. Why we are taking this? To finding the optimality. Stepping, it means step by step is there. Coming to the algorithm of this stepping stone method, first we have to find the initial basic feasible solution. First step one, we have to find the initial basic feasible solution. Here we have three methods to find initial basic feasible solutions. What are those? Northwest corner method, least cost entry method, Vogel's approximation method. From this, Vogel's approximation method is best suitable for industries. They are choosing this Vogel's approximation method. Why? Because compared to remaining two methods, in this method we may get we are getting accurate results. Okay, it means here the aim is the objective of this transportation is we have to minimize the transportation cost. Here from these methods, from these three methods, at Vogel's approximation method, we are getting good values. It means we are getting the minimum values compared to remaining two methods. That's the reason we are choosing the Vogel's approximation method for finding the initial basic feasible solution. Okay, now we are moving towards the optimality. Here how we are finding the optimality? By checking the degeneracy. Okay, by checking the degeneracy and non-degeneracy. Here the problem is in m plus n minus 1 is equal to allocations. It is called as non-degeneracy. Okay, if it is not equal to allocations means it is in degeneracy. Again we have to resolve the degeneracy, then only we go for step 3. Here what is the m? M is number of rows and n is number of columns minus 1. Here allocations made in initial basic feasible solution. Okay, after checking the non-degeneracy, then we go for calculating then we go for drawing the loops for unallocated cells. Okay, here the loops are drawn from the unallocated cell to right hand side. Okay, here we have one rule: the loop must contain it contains 4 corners. Okay, for example, the loops are look like rectangle, or it may be square, or it may be L shape. These types of loops are acceptable to draw. Okay, here the loop is started at unallocated cell and it must end with that unallocated. Then the remaining 3 corners must be allocated. Okay, example, if suppose if suppose here we have C11, C12, C13, C21, C22, C23, C31, C32, C33. Here we have the allocations like xi, x11, here x22, and here x31, and here x313, and here x33. If suppose here we have the allocations like this, now here we are going to draw the loops. Where we start the loop? We start the loop with unallocated cell and it must end with allocated. Okay. Here also I would like to take some value x32. Then here I want to remove this. Here now I am going to draw the loops. For example, if we choose this unallocated, the loop is started here, and we are going to towards the right hand side. So like this direction we are moving. This and this. The loop is end with unallocated and start with unallocated. After drawing the loops, we have to give the signs. The signs are plus, minus, plus, minus. Like this we have to give the sign. Okay. At unallocated we have to take the sign is positive. Then we have to take the sign is negative. After giving the signs in a random manner, then we have to transfer the allocation from this loop to another loop. Okay. If suppose here we have 2 units, here we have 3 units, here we have 1 unit, and here we have 0 units, it means it is unallocated. That's the reason we have the 0 units. 0 units is there. Okay. Here we are taking the signs is plus, minus, plus, minus. Now we are going to transfer the commodity from this cell to this cell. It means here to here we are going to transfer. For example, if suppose as for this allocation we are taking the signs plus, minus, plus, minus. Here we have the quantity is 2 units, here we have 3 units, and here we have 1 unit, and here we have 0 units. Now we are going to transfer the commodity. Here how much is there? Minus 2 is there. So here we are going to transfer this 2 to this cell. It means after transferring this we are getting plus 5. Why? Because here we have the plus, so here we are transferring 2 units, plus 5 we are getting. Here coming to this, we are going to transferring this 2 units to this. It means minus is there, so 1 minus 1 plus 2 is equal to 1 we are getting. Like this we are going to transfer the commodity from one point to another point. After transferring the values, this transformation was done in step 4. After transferring the values, after transferring the unit cost, units, then we are going to check the value. The values are is greater than or equal to 0 or not, we have to check. It means here these are the cost values. The cost is greater than or equal to 0. If it is reaches, the problem reaches the optimality. Otherwise we have to identify the most negative value from this loop. Then we have to transfer the values through the loop. Like we have to repeat the step 4 up to reaching the optimality. After getting the optimality, after getting the condition optimality, we are going to find the total transportation cost. Okay. Here what we did in first step, we find the initial basic feasible solution. We found the initial basic feasible solution by the help of 3 methods. One is northwest corner method, least cost entry method, Vogel's approximation method. After finding the initial basic feasible solution, we have to check the degeneracy. If it is a non-degeneracy, we go for the optimality. If it is a degeneracy, again we have to resolve the degeneracy, then only we go for optimality. After getting the non-degeneracy, we are going to draw the lobes for unallocated cells. The lobe must be having four corners, and the lobes are acceptable like this shape: square, rectangle, L shapes, and some special shapes are there like this. These type of shapes are also acceptable. Then after drawing the lobes, we are going to transfer. We are going to find the cost value. Cost is if it is reaches the greater than or equal to 0, the problem reaches the optimality, and we are going to find the optimal solution. Or otherwise, we are going to transfer the commodity through the loop. Then we are going to find the total transportation cost. Now I would like to explain this stepping stone problem with an example. In this example, they are given find the solution using Vogel's approximation method. Also find optimal solution using a stepping stone method. Okay, so here they are given three supply stations S1, S2, S3, and D1, D2, D3, D4, four demand stations they are given. Then the supply units are they are given 7 units, 9 units, 18 units. Then demand they are given 5 units, 8 units, 7 units, 14 units they are given. Okay, after this we are going to solve the we are going to find the initial basic feasible solution by the help of VAM method. Here I wrote the solution directly. Why? Because he already solved the many problems by the help of VAM method, and then finally I wrote the solution. Here I would like to give one small explanation about this table, how we are getting this. Here how we are getting the initial basic feasible solution in a VAM method. Here first we have to find the penalties in between two least cost values for row and column. After finding the penalty, we have to identify the most penalty. After identifying the most penalty, after getting the highest penalty, we are going to identify the allocation cell. If suppose for example, if we have here we have the highest cost, highest penalty in this column. Here which one is the minimum we have to identify. Here in this column we have S1 D1 19 rupees are there. So this is the least value. That's the reason we are going to allocate the units. Number of units is here. Okay. Likewise, I am going to I found all allocations by the help of penalty method. Here we are getting 5 penalties. After getting the 5 penalties, we find the total minimum cost to transportation cost. Here we obtained this 779 from the allocations. After getting the initial basic feasible solution, now we are going to find the optimal solution. They are given clearly. Find the optimal solution using stepping stone method. Here we are moving towards the optimality. Here we have some rules to moving the to move towards the optimality. First one is we have to check the allocations. It means we have to check the degeneracy and non-degeneracy by the help of m plus n minus 1 is equal to allocations. Okay, here how many number of rows are there? 1 2 3 4 sorry 3 rows and 4 columns are there. 3 plus 4 minus 1 is equal to allocations. How many allocations are there? 1 2 3 4 5 6 allocations are there. So 6 is equal to 6. It is a non-degeneracy problem. Now we are going to find the now we are going to draw the loops. Step 1 we found initial basic feasible solution. Step 2 we checked the non-degeneracy and degeneracy. It is in degeneracy. Now we are going to the step 3. Step 3 what we have to do? We have to draw the loads for unallocated cells. Where we have the unallocated S1 D2 we have one unallocated cell is there. What is the rule of loop? The loop must start with unallocated cell and it end with unallocated and the loop we have to move the right hand side direction. Okay, and here we are giving the signs are positive and negative signs for each point. Okay, now I am going to draw the loop for the allocations for unoccupied cells. From the initial basic feasible solution, we obtained the allocated cells and unallocated cells. From that we are taken the unallocated, then we have to draw the loop. Okay, this is our table. It is obtained from the IBFS from the step 1. Here we have the allocations. 5 is there, and here 2 is there, and here 7 is there, and here 2 is there, 10, 8. Okay, now we are going to draw the loop for each station. 7 units supply, 9 units and 18 units. Here 5, 8, 7, 14. Coming to the first row, where here we have 2 unallocated cells. The first unallocated is we have at S1 D2. Okay, we are going to start the loop at S1 D2 point. Here I am going to start the loop from this point. Now we are going to move the direction. Here we have one unallocated is there, and here we have allocated. Okay, the loop corners, if we have 4 corners, 3 corners we have to 3 corners must be in allocation cells, and then another corner we have to place at unallocated cell. Here one unallocated is there. From this we are going to stop this line at allocated. After this we are going to draw here to here, and here to here, and here to here. Okay, the loop started at S1 D2 point, then it reaches the S1 D4, then it reaches the S3 D4, then it reaches the S3 D2, finally it ends with S1 D2. Okay, now we are going to take the signs. This unallocated cells is started with positive sign, and here we are taken negative sign, and here we are taken positive and negative. From this we are going to calculate S1 D1. How much cost is there? 30 is there. Then at S1 D4 10 units is there, then the sign is 10 cost is there, then the sign is negative sign is there. 30 minus 10. Next here 20 is there, then positive sign is there, 20. Then here negative sign is there, minus 8. From this we get 40 minus 18, 22. Okay, it is over. Next, coming to the second one. Here second one means this is loop 1 and loop 2 or iteration 2. The table of 19, 30, 50, 10, 70, 30, 40, 60 and 40, 8, 70, 20. Okay. Here we have the allocations, and here we have the allocation, 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 and here we have the allocation. Okay, this loop is over, loop 1 is over. Next, coming to the second unallocated cell. Here we start the loop here, and we are giving the sign is positive sign for this loop. Next, allocation is there. Next, if suppose From here to here we came. Again it reaches here, and another also we have one unallocated, so it is not possible. So we start here and we end here. Next again we came to here and here. Okay, from this the cell is started with S1 D3, next S1 D4, next S2 D4, next S2 D3. Okay, at S1 D3 how much cost is there? 50, and the sign is positive sign, positive, negative, positive, negative. Okay, and S1 D4 10 is there, and S2 D4 60, S2 D3 40 units are there. From this we obtained it is negative 50, it means we get 60. Okay, from loop 2. Next, now we are going to draw the loop for this. Here total we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 unallocated cells are there. So we are going to get 6 loops. Okay, 2 loops are over. It means first row loops are over. Next, coming to the second row, now we are going to start the loop from the first cell. That is S2 D1. Next, here we have one sign, one allocation is there, S1 D1, or otherwise we are going to move this direction. Okay, it means we have the rule is right hands, we have to move the right hand side. So here we are starting S2 D1, then we are coming to this S2 D4, then we are moving to here S1 D4, then we are moving here S1 D1. After we are going to close this. Okay, means here S1 D1 is 70, S2 D4 is 60, next S1 D4 is 10, next S1 D1 is 19. It is negative. Okay, 19. From this 10, 20 minus 19, it means we are getting 1. Okay, next coming to this cell here 30. So we are going to start loop 4 at S2 D2. Next, here we are starting loop 4 S2 D2, and we are coming to this. If suppose we are going to the S2 D4, and here one allocated is there. If suppose we are taking this and this, again we are coming to this third corner, we don't have the unallocated. That's the reason I am going to take S2 D2, S2 D4, then S3 D4, then S3 D2. Okay, S2 D2, next S2 D4, next S3 D4, next S3 D2. Okay, from this S2 D2 30 minus 60 plus 20 minus 8. Okay, here 50 minus 60 minus 10 minus 8, total is minus 18. Next, fifth loop, coming to loop 5. Here loop 5, where we have unallocated cell at third row first column, S3 D1. We are going to start the loop here to here, S3 D4, next S3 D4 is over. Next, coming to this here S1 D4, next S1, D1. Here as 3D1 40 minus 20 plus 10 minus 19. Here the value is 50 minus 20, 30, 30 minus 19, 11 we are getting. Next, coming to the sixth loop, last loop. Here we are going to draw this loop from the point S3, D3. Why? Because here we have one unallocated cell. Okay. Here we are going to start the loop is here S3, D3. Then we are coming to the right hand side. Here we have an allocation S3, D4. Then moving upward. Here we have an allocation and here we have an allocation. We have to check the possibility. If suppose if we take this row, this cell, we don't have another allocated cell. So that's the reason I am going to take this. It means S2, D4 and S2, D3. Okay. Here the S3, D3 value is 70 minus 20 plus 60 minus 40. Okay. 50, 110 minus 40, 70 we are getting. Okay. After finding the loops, here the value is, we have to check the value at step 4. Step 4 value is the cost values are greater than or equal to 0 from the loop. If it reaches the if the condition is satisfied, it reaches the optimality. Otherwise it is not reaches. It not reaches the optimality. Again we are going to redraw the loops. So here coming to this coming to our solution, at first loop we have 22 rupees, second loop we have 60 rupees, third loop 1, fourth loop negative is there. So it means we have the less than or equal to 0. It means we have minus 18 is there. So it not reaches the optimality. Again we are going to draw the loops. So now we are going to the step 5. Step 5 we are going to take this order. We are going to take this cells, this loop, and we are going to transfer the values. Okay. After finding the loop values, here we are getting the negative value at closed path is S2D2, S2D4, S3D4, S3D2. Okay, it means here in this loop we are getting the negative value. The value is minus 18 we are getting. So it doesn't reaches the optimality. Again we are going to resolve that and we have to get the optimal solution. Here we are taking the positive sign and here we are taking the negative sign, positive, negative. Okay, now we are going to transfer the unit cost values, transfer the unit values from the loop throughout the loop. Okay, means here we have 2 units and here we have 10 units and here we have 18 units. From this we are going to identify the least value, then we have to take that least value, then we are going to transfer that least value throughout the loop. Okay, here we have 2 units, 2 units, 10 units, 8 units, 0 units are there. Now we are going to transfer these values throughout the loop. It means here we have the 2 units. We are going to transfer these 2 units to this cell. After transferring this, here we are getting 0 and here we are getting 12. Okay. Now here negative sign is there. From this we are going to subtract 2 units. 18 minus 2 is equal to 6. Here we have 0 units. We are going to add 2 units for this. From this we are going to get 2 units. Then the new allocated cells we are going to take here 19, 30, 50, 10 and here 70, 30, 40, 60. Here 40, 8, 70, 20. S1, S2, S3, D1, D2, D3, D4. Allocations are here we have 5 units, and here we have 2 units. And coming to this, here we are transferring the unit cost value, we are transferring the allocations throughout the loop. After transferring the units, here we are getting the new allocations. Here we are getting the new allocation, and the allocation value is 2, and here there is no change, 7. Here we are changing the value is we are transferring this 2 units to the S3D4 cell. So here we are getting 12 units, and here we are getting 6 units. Again we are going to draw the loops for unallocated cells. Coming to the first loop, loop 1, here first row, at first row we have the unallocated cell is at S1 D2. So the loop is started with S1 D2, and the loop is moving towards the right hand side, and it ends with S1 D4 at first row. Again it moves from S1 D4 to S3 D4. After S3 D4 it moves to S3 D2, and it ends with S1 D2. Here this is unallocated, this is allocated, 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 and again it reaches the unallocated cell. Okay. Now we are going to give the signs. Unallocated means positive sign, then randomly we are giving negative, positive, negative. Arbitrarily we are giving the signs. Okay. After giving the signs, we have to calculate the net cost value. At S1 D2 we have the net cost value is 30, and sign is positive. Then coming to the S1 D4, unallocated period cost value is 10 is there, then the sign is minus is there. Next coming to S3 D4, positive 20 units are there, 20 cost is there. Next here S3 D2, 8 is there. From this we are getting 50 minus 28, 32. We are getting 32 rupees. Next coming to the loop 2, for second unallocated at first row, second unallocated is S1 D3, and here we are starting the loop from S1 D3 to it moving right after starting S1 D3 we are moving that loop towards the right hand side. Then it reaches the S1 D4. After reaching the S1 D4, again we are moving towards the S3 D4. Then it moving S3 D2. Then we are moving S2 D2. Then S2 D3, then we are stopping at S2 D3. It means S1, S2, S3 are there, D1, D2, D3, D4. $19, $30, $50, $10, $70, $30, $40, $60. Next $40, $8, $70, $20. Here one allocation is there, and here one allocation is there. Here one allocation is there. Here allocation is there. Here we have one allocation, and here we have one allocation. Here we are starting the loop from here S1 D3, and it is moving towards to this cell, and here, 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 and here. The loop shape is like this. We obtained. It means the loop is having one corner is unallocated, then the remaining all corners are having allocations. Okay. From this we are getting the cost is at S1 D3 we have 50, Positive sign we are taken here. Positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative. 50 minus 10 plus 20 minus 8 plus 30 minus 40. Okay, 20, 60, 90 minus 40, 50 minus 8, 42 we are getting from this. Okay, next coming to the loop 3. Next coming to the third loop, here we have one unallocated cell and here we have another unallocated cell. So we are drawing two loops. Coming to the third loop, here S2D1, it is started with S2D1 and it is ended with S1D1, S2D1, S2D2, next S3D2, next S3D4, S1D4, next S1D2, S1D1, and it closes with S2D1. From this we are getting 19. Next here at last we have one unallocated. Here we are taken S2D2 where we are taken one unallocated cell is there. So we are starting the loop from this point and we are moving towards the right hand side. Then that is S2D2 where S2D2, yes, S2D2. It means if suppose we are coming to this right hand side, there is no possibility. That's the reason we are coming to the backward side. So S2D2 we are drawing, then S3D2, then S3D4. Okay, from this we are getting 18 rupees. Next unallocated we have S3D1. From this we are getting 11. Next S3D3. From this we are getting 52. Here after we are finding the net cost values, these are all getting greater than 0. It means here we have all positive value. So it reaches the optimality. Now we are going to find the optimal solution. We are finding the optimal solution, that is the total cost we are finding from the allocations. Here the total cost is we are calculating by using this table. The total cost for allocated cells are at allocation S1D1 we have one allocation 19 into 5. Next second one S1D4 we have the allocations 10 into 2. Next third allocation we have at S2D2, that is 30 into 2. Next fourth allocation we have at S2D3, that is 40 into 7. Next fifth allocation we have at S3D2, 8 into 6. Next sixth allocation we have at S3D4, that is 20 into 12. From this we are getting the total cost value is rupees 743. It is our optimal solution. Okay. So far what we discussed, first here we are using the stepping stone method to find the optimal solution. Here before we are finding the optimal solution, we checked the degeneracy and non-degeneracy by the help of allocations. Here we have the non-degeneracy. That's the reason we are drawing the loops. Then we find the optimal solution. Before we are moving towards optimality, we have to calculate the initial basic feasible solution. Here we have three methods to calculate the initial basic feasible solution. That is northwest corner method, Vogel's approximation method, least cost entry method. From that they are given already in our problem. They mentioned to find the initial basic feasible solution by using Vogel's approximation methods. That's the reason here I am applying Vogel's approximation method to find the initial basic feasible solution. After finding the initial basic feasible solution, we calculated the optimal solution by the help of stepping stone method. Here our optimal solution is rupees 743. It is a minimum transportation cost. Thank you.